welcome to another episode of J&M Garage, where today we decided to work in Satan's butthole because it's so damn hot out. Because we're idiots. Today we're going to put Underglow on Tay's bike. This is probably going to be a slow process because it's so damn hot. Enjoy watching us suffer. So as you can see, we have not cleaned up the garage really at all. And I don't care right now until it gets a little cooler out. But I need a video for this week, and I happen to have Underglow for mine and Tay's bike, so we're gonna try and do this. I don't know if it's out of stupidity or out of desperation for a video, but we're gonna do this. We have Dakota over there. I don't know if you can see her or not. Also, I put my camera down a little, or my mic down a little further. We're gonna see if that helps with that echo that I had. I did finally figure out what was wrong with Tay's bike. I don't know if I put that video out or not, but there was a piece inside of her carburetor that was missing. Yeah. I didn't take it out, so I don't know how it was running last year. But somehow it ran last year, so good. It's going to run this year, I guarantee you that. Yay. It's so hot out, she can't even figure out what an impact screwdriver is. And that's okay. Where's the bit? Alright, bring me the regular screwdrivers. We'll try and make them work. The big packing one that can literally just that in your hands. Yeah, there we go. So not only are we stupid for coming out here on a day like today, where it's just that hot out, but then we decided to do work on top of that, which makes us even dumber. Do I have a test light somewhere in there, kid? Left side, like second or third door down. You know, it's funny, I would assume that there'd have to be, fuses in here somewhere. That one doesn't work. However, I don't see any. Unless they're in this. Oh look, there they are. I didn't have to take off the side cover. Yay. Okay. So we have horn and accessory. It's nice. Most motorcycles, they'll actually tell you what it is and what fuses do what. Yeah, that. things. Alright, come over here. I need you to turn Mom's key in a minute. I'm into the on position in a minute. I gotta figure out which one of these. Turn it on. Turn it off. Okay. So that goes up. So that's headlight. Swim. Turn it on. Turn it off. Turn it on. Turn it off. Turn it on. Turn it off. Okay, I think we're gonna hook these. Wait, turn it on. Make sure that this doesn't do anything weird. We're gonna hook it into the turn signals because turn it off because it is a switched fuse. And I mean, do you really need turn signals? You do. And she'll still have them, but I'm going to put it in there because that's something that if she is for some reason riding at night, she still has a headlight. And she will still have running lights, a tail light, a brake light, and all that stuff. And so if it happens to go out, it's really not the biggest deal ever. I can change it though. So Dakota, the open one up there, the open one will run, yep, those things. The backs is there, the lights. Steer the open one. Yeah, that one. So this is a kit I got off of Temu. I have sort of kind of tested it. It seems to work. Not how it's supposed to. I'm going to wire this in real quick. Maybe. It's just got a positive and a negative. Do I have a knife somewhere around here?
I do.
Yes, you do. So now I get to go through the lengthy ordeal here a minute of stripping off this big outside case until that one reaches the negative and that one can easily go into the positive of this fuse block. We're going to do one more and it should be pretty okay. Are you getting a good breeze right there?
No.
You know you can sit over here. No one's going to force you to sit way over there, kid. I don't know, do like you say.
How do you expect me to go there?
Lift and walk. That's usually how that works. Alright, so if you ever need to actually add something to a fuse, strip your wire back a little bit, take your wire, put it about halfway onto your fuse, fold the wire over your fuse, and then you can actually sit there and put it right back in. And what that does is that then makes contact with the spade on the bottom and with the connections to it. And then when you go and turn on whatever it is you want to turn on, like Dakota's going to go turn on this bike, you know,
Oh, there we go.
then they actually turn on.
Does it bring us up and down this?
I think these are very dim right now. Hold on.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Now turn it off. And now turn it back on. And that's how you actually add stuff in like that. And then these can change color. Purple. You can even make them go to music. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, I know, I'm stupid. I don't care, okay? Turn that off. And we're back. This was not the best connection I've ever made, so I'm going to take this back out and redo it. Sometimes it takes doing that 2, 3, 4 times. Now I need you to go and turn the key down.
Ready?
Yep. And sometimes you must. Oh, that's right. I have it on those. There we go. Turn it off. Turn it on. And now I can wiggle this wire, and these stay just as they are. Okay. Turn it off. Now I don't even know if we're going to use all of these or not. There's quite a few of them here. 6 to be exact. So it's very possible that we don't use all of the ones that come in this kit. We may just see about snipping some off. These were cheap enough that if I ruin this, I don't care, and I can just grab the other one and put that on. Because it does not look like they unplugged from this. So I think what I want to do first is I want to try and find these longest ones. So these two. And we're going to try and sort these out. Because I think we're going to stick these underneath of that. Underneath of the rear fender. Start out with this one. And untangle it from this entire mess here. Now, doing this on cars and doing this on bikes is a little bit different. And the reason for that is with motorcycles, we see it more as a safety thing sometimes, like right now, because this is going to make her more visible. This is a very small, very not well lit bike, and so we are doing this as a safety thing, not as a it looks really cool thing. It does look cool, don't get me wrong on it, it does. But that is not the reason why we are doing it. We are doing it to make her more visible. And cops tend to see it that way for the most part too, is that we are trying to be more visible, not that we are trying to look insanely cool and like something out of Fast and fucking Furious. Because that, in all honesty, if you are a car guy like me, and I am a car guy, if you are a car guy, you know that 99.9% of what came out of those people's mouths was pure garbage.
So much torque, the chassis twisted coming off the line. barely kept it on the track.
You cannot have a cold air intake with a turbo system. That's just not how it works. When you compress air, it gets hot. So, yeah. We have these two. Those are going to go on that one. Now, which ones do we have left? We have some shorter ones and some longer ones. So I think what we're going to do is I think we're just going to use these two short ones up here under her gas tank. To light that up, which should light up a good bit of underneath it here. And I'll have to make sure that I come out tonight and show you guys what her bike actually looks like in the dark with it. Look, I think I just untangled both the shorter ones
Nice.
from the longer ones. Alright, so here goes nothing. We're gonna chop, or just pull that like basically straight out, I guess. And we're gonna chop again. And now Dakota's gonna go turn the lights on and we're gonna make sure that these still light up. Again, these were cheap. I don't exactly care too much.
So you ready?
Go ahead. Hey look, they still light up. Cool. So that means that I do not have to use all of these, which is good. Okay. So, I don't really want to take the tank off in order to do this, so I'm not going to. I'm going to untangle these.
I don't really think you need to.
Huh?
I don't really think you need to.
I do not believe that I need to either. Now I'm just going to go over on that side. And I am going to attempt anyways to peel back. There we go. Peel back that. Reach up under here. Now we're going to stick it to the lip on the inside of the tank here. Flip these lights on now.
So stay over there. Got it.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Nice.
Sorry.
You need to be careful because you just ripped all the wires over.
Sorry.
That'll look cool. Now, there are colors that cops hate. This color, red, that's one of them. This color, blue, that looks like a lightsaber in the camera. This is another one. Those colors are illegal. They are reserved for emergency. Okay? Orange is construction. They don't really care about that one, but it could be considered red. Better to just stay away from it. Purple. This is a funeral color. You will most likely find this color on I can't even think of what they're called, huh?
Smoking gears with the seal.
Yeah. On the dead people wagons. I literally can't think of what I want to say right now because it's so hot out. Safest colors you can do, pure white or green. Orange is kind of on the fritz. Yellow is also, that does not look like yellow. That looks like a lime green. Is that what that looks like in the...
It just looks white.
That just looks light in the camera. Okay. Green is a good, safe color. And her bike is green, and she likes green, so we're going to do green. Good. What is this wrapped around now? Okie doke. Next colors that we are going to get to, or not next colors, next ones that we're going to get to. Yes, is we're going to do the ones that go underneath the rear fender. This is going to suck because there is absolutely no room. I don't want to take her fender off because that requires taking the mags off, these off, the bracket underneath there, her tail light, her license plate, everything. That literally requires taking everything off. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go in from the side here and we're just going to stick them on the sidewall basically. And that's going to be fine because it doesn't need to really glow down, it just needs to glow stuff. I don't know if that makes sense, and I don't really care right now. I do, however, need a drill bit and a drill. I should have a Christmas tree bit around here somewhere, Dakota.
See one?
And I should have my drill around here somewhere, Dakota. Like over there. Now I want to make this known too. I am not thrilled about drilling holes in a perfectly good fender. My wife is also probably not going to be thrilled about me drilling holes in her perfectly nice fender. It's happening anyways. I only want to drill this as big as what I need it. I am not there yet. Because these strips are actually really pretty big. I am still not there yet. I am almost there, but I am not quite.
It's a little bit bigger.
Alright, Miss Little Arms,
Yeah?
you have the ability to reach up in there and grab that. And bring it to that side.
That side of it. So,
See how many more wires she can take out.
reach.
Pull. Because we can pull back through. Okay, now we need the other side here.
I will use the chair.
Okay, and we'll get it right there. My God, she's got tiny arms. I meant you going through the back. That works too.
I have tiny arms.
You do have tiny arms. Alright, now's the time where I gotta get my fat ass up and I gotta try and actually get this stuff stuck on there. And how I'm gonna do that, I have absolutely no idea.
Should bring the camera over.
Ugh. Ugh. What kind of key out in a minute? turn the top light off. The big light. Dakota. Switch. The switch for that light.
Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out how to get over there. Yeah, I like that better. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, because that wouldn't light up very much in there, would it?
Yeah. Okay, we decided.
Okay, so now we didn't need to drill that hole.
Can I turn it back up?
You can turn that back up.
And then it'll make it look nicer.
Okay, so we have made the executive decision to not put it inside the fender.
It looks like a lightsaber on camera.
These supports here. Which means that they will not technically be visible to the public, but they will be visible as per glow. And I'm even wondering maybe if I stick them like this instead. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that.
You can look.
Is there a bottom to that? There is a bottom to that. Okay. Okay, we'll turn that light off again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Definitely.
Okay, so we're gonna hang this just a little further over this way. Dakota's gonna turn the light back off while I do this. And that way you guys can, well, Dakota's also gonna close that door a little bit. Going to help get it a little bit darker in here.
As much as we can possibly make it.
Now, there is no specific way to actually do this. It's just kind of a, hey, what looks best, what's going to work best,
What do you like?
what do you like? What is going to be safest on how you do this? And again, while you may not be able to see it very well in here, that's okay, because we'll come back out tonight and we'll actually show you how this actually looks. Because it kind of looks mean.
It looks cool.
I need your knife again, kid. Never hand an open knife to somebody. It's bad luck.
I already had bad luck. What does it matter?
Bad luck to you have?
I've always signed that one. Everything.
I don't know about that. Okay. So, we got down. Now it's just going to be a matter of cleaning these wires up. Okay, so now we have this conjumbling of fucking wires here. And we need to put stuff back in an organized fashion. And so the very first thing we're going to start out with is we're going to start out with the fuse box here. Although it appears as though I need to make some sort of a notch in this. Do I have any files? I don't know if I do or not. Which is okay. We're just going to use our step bit here. And we're going to run it along the side of this to make a groove. Not the most ideal thing, but it doesn't need to be a big one. Just needs to be enough that we can get that wire underneath without pinching it completely. Like so. Now this wire is in here, it's secure, that should work exactly as it's supposed to. And we're going to slide our fuse box right back into where it's supposed to go. Right there. That is now done. Okay? Now we have our LED control box. And this we're basically just going to, we're going to kind of wrap this just a little bit. So that way these wires are kind of secure on here. Yeah, we'll add that one in there too, why not? Now, I was pleasantly surprised. This is loom tape that I got off of Timu. And it actually works really, really well. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that these wires are secured back to where they're supposed to be. And since this stuff doesn't really move, and is not really supposed to move, I am going to, of course I don't have any zip ties readily available. So I'm going to rip off some of this loom tape here. And I'm going to secure these wires back so that way they can't fall down and in where they're not supposed to be at. And I guess I could have just actually, because that's all one big loom spot right here. You can open that door again so we get a little bit of breeze. So I'm going to do that, and then what I'm actually going to do to make sure that it locks in place is I'm going to fold some of these wires back over just a little bit. And then rewrap this. And this will ensure that those wires actually stay right where they are supposed to stay. So now they can't pull down and out. And that stuff sits down there, and that sits down there, and that can sit right there. Now we have these big long wires from the front and these big long wires from the back. And to clean this up, we're going to put that back where it's supposed to be at. We'll take these. We'll give them a couple wraps. In a couple spots. Keep everything nice and neat. And these longer portions right here, I'm going to kind of fold back on itself. Just so we're not dealing with, massive lengths of wire, even though we're dealing with massive lengths of wire. I think this said it was supposed to fit some sort of a truck. I don't know though. I know it's going to work for the purpose that I want it to work for, so that's all I care about. Hey look, a leaf.
Oh, nice.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pull this wire down and through here just a little bit, because there's a nice big cover on this side that I can just kind of leave that. And then these two wires that I cut off of here, I'm going to put loom tape around those, which is not electrical tape, by the way. This is not electrical rated. It's not rated to do anything like that. This is literally a fiber tape. And yeah. We're going to wrap this up, and that's just to keep it from touching, which is fine. That's all we need, is we just need this to not touch anything and short anything out. Alright. So, we have the ground going directly to ground. That's fine. Not a big deal. We have the positive going to a keyed switch. We're going to fit this side panel here back on a minute. Maybe, sort of, kind, possibly. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. I need the sun a minute. Let's see. Down here. There we go. Maybe. Here's the hole. Let me make sure this gets started first. It is not started. Now it's started. We're going to put this cover back on now. Let's pull back on that just a little bit. Okay, so there's 90% of our wiring. I don't want this to really, get mixed up with anything else at the moment. And so I'm going to wrap this down, because if it's wrapped in this, I'll know what it goes to at that point next time I have to take this off, and I won't be guessing at anything. And next time I take this off too, what I'll probably do is I'll probably strip this wire, this outer sheathing back, and I'll put in some quick connections. And that way this stuff is completely removable. Alright, so there's that. Now Dakota's going to bring the seat over. We're going to put the seat back on. And this one has hooks on this back side too, so. It is. It's just stubborn. I put it in here. Way down in here for some reason.
Yeah. Do you want me to do all like this?
You'll get to help with that bit of stuff more. And then we're going to put the screw back in. Huh? Mom has to put the gremlin belt on her own bike. Alright guys, as I promised, it is dark out now. I know it actually looks a lot lighter in the camera, but it is dark out now, and so we're going to show you guys what the bike looks like with its underglow. My goodness, I can't even talk. Go ahead, Tay. No, just turn it on.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
And that is how you install Underglow. If you liked what you've seen, go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment.
Notifications too.
Oh yeah, here.
Pretty strong notifications.
You heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit the notifications. But we really appreciate you watching. If you found any of what you seen here at all helpful, except for us, we're literally working in Satan's butthole. Go ahead and let us know. Let us know something we could have done different. You would have done it different. We'll see you in the next one.